to the Upkeep for Monday, August 7th, 2023.
That's right. It's all of the Magic news you need in 10 minutes, question mark?
We'll
or
find
less?
out. This week we have so much news after a very slow summer that we have a ton to update you on. So let's dive into it.
All right. First up, Magic's 30th birthday
Yay!
was at Gen Con this past weekend.
Happy birthday, Magic!
30 years ago, Magic was born at Gen Con, and they celebrated by giving us a look at the rest of 2023, obviously, which we know a lot about. 2024.
Yes.
And into 2025.
And 2026.
And into 2026.
This is the most information Magic the Gathering has ever released in a single go, everybody, and certainly the farthest into the future that they've informed us about stuff. So we're going to start off with what we know for 2024, and then we're going to move into the future from there. We're going to get back to all the stuff they announced at Barcelona and all the stuff that they announced about Arena, so that will come after we let you know what's happening in 2024. So let's go.
All right, kicking it off in 2024, Ravnica Remastered. This is cards all the way from City of Guilds through War of the Spark, featuring retro fames and lots of stuff with the guilds. It's a way for fans to experience all that Ravnica has ever offered us over its many, many years and our many, many visits. And there's no word yet on if it's going to be available on Arena.
And then we transition into October, and it's time for some more horror themed sets. This time, it's Murders at Karlov Manor.
Ooh.
This looks very, very cool. This is a top-down murder mystery set. Yes, set on Ravnica. So now we kind of see why they were doing the Ravnica Remastered. But it's not about the guilds like Ravnica Remastered is.
There's mysteries woven into the game itself that players will solve?
Sounds
question mark.
very cool.
And there's going to be a version of Clue set on Ravnica that goes along with this release.
Okay, so it's going to be Niv Mizzet in the haunted library with fire breath.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling it right now.
That's the murderer. Okay.
Next up after that in March is Universes Beyond Fallout. This is going to be some pre-con commander decks set in the famous world of Fallout.
Then it's going to be Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I got to work on this set.
This sounds very cool.
I'm very excited for it. It's a villains set in a Wild West setting. So people have been trying to figure out who is in this set from a piece of art that was released featuring some shadowy figures walking out of the horizon.
I feel like that big bad has got to be Oko. Only Oko can wear those sweet shoulder pads. Well, certainly Oko's the only planeswalker that can pull it off. That's all I'm going to say. After that is Modern Horizons 3. A lot of people very hyped for this set. It's going to feature for the first time in Modern Horizons double-faced cards. It's going to have a complex draft environment with fun themes, and it will be fully supported on Arena.
Wow.
I'm super excited for that.
Then next July, we have Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed. This release features, quote, Beyond boosters, which is a new kind of booster that is not draftable, that focuses on the beloved world of Assassin's Creed, featuring new cards and reprints. They teased that at least some of the cards are going to be modern legal.
And next up, a set that is very close to Mark Rosewater's heart, Bloomborough. So this is a world of anthropomorphic animals. There's no humans in Bloomborough, so the animals are the main characters of this set. He called it a very fun, lovable, squeezable set.
Oh, it looks, some of the art that we've seen, it looks very cute.
And it's the start of what they're calling the Dragonstorm story arc that won't fully culminate until 2026.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
And then finally, next fall, we have Duskmourn House of Horror. This is a top-down modern horror set with a brand new world, and it takes place in a giant mansion. I'm really excited. This is the set that they're saying is more like 70s, 80s horror.
It looks legitimately very spooky. I already saw a card that would qualify as Gross's card.
No!
So you're going to have your work cut out for you in Duskmourn. Now we're going to go even further into the future, into 2025, 2026. Kicking things off is going to be Innistrad Remastered.
Ooh.
Then now we're on to the code word names for these worlds. We don't know they're not releasing the names yet. So the first up is Codename Tennis, which is going to feature a death race across 3 different worlds.
Oh, interesting. Then we have Ultimate, which is a return to Tarkir.
Yes, I know a lot of people super excited to go back to Tarkir, myself included. Morph, baby.
Oh, please. Also, here's my prediction for Tennis. because they say of the 3 worlds, there's one that we know of but haven't visited really.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Vryn. There we go.
I knew you were going to say it.
Yep. It's going to be Vryn. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so tennis into Ultimate, which is Tarkir, then into Final Fantasy. That's not a code name. They actually told us they're going to be doing a Final Fantasy set, and it will be available on Arena as well, so that's pretty exciting.
Then we have Volleyball, which is a space opera set.
I am so excited for these next 2. I love space, and I'm so excited that they finally went to space, because after Volleyball is Wrestling, and that's Lorwyn!
Oh, very exciting.
Yay! We haven't been to Lorwyn since it came out. Everybody and the Planeswalkers were born. It's a set all about Celtic lore.
And then in 2026, we have Yachting, which is back on Arcavios, which is the home of Strixhaven, and Ziplining, which is a giant finale of the storyline, kind of like War of the Spark was.
Yeah, so that is all of the stuff that they have announced that's coming in the future as far as set releases are concerned, but they said, of course, they are promising more surprises in there that they haven't told us about just yet.
Next up, we have all the Arena news from Gen Con. Okay, here we go. First up, full release of Cons of Tarkir coming to Arena by the end of this year. It's been nice
So
knowing
exciting.
you all. I will not be seeing you once that happens.
Draft 24/7 Cons of Tarkir on Arena. In the spring of 2024, we have Modern Horizons 3, like we said, fully draftable on Arena.
Fall 2024 Pioneer Masters. This is going to add all of the missing pieces from Tournament Pioneer.
Very
because
exciting.
They are looking to have Tournament Pioneer play on Arena by the end of 2024.
Then in 2025, Universes Beyond Final Fantasy, like we mentioned, fully draftable set on Arena, just like Lord of the Rings.
Some Vision stuff. They want more integration between paper and digital, like playing at F&M, unlocking rewards on Arena. More Universes Beyond stuff on Arena that's not just cards, stuff like cosmetics.
Ooh, nice.
Well, like we said, Tournament Pioneer by the end of 2024. Multiplayer support is kind of on the horizon after the focus on Pioneer tournament play and improving collectability.
Wow, through duplicate protection. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
All right.
And we'll see if we get Commander on there. I guess they're at least thinking about it.
They're
you know?
thinking about it. Additionally, make sure you log in before September 8th to get your little renewal egg.
Get that egg!
Alchemy is rotating, Standard is not, and there's a best of 3 qualifier play-in this Friday. It's Explorer, as is the qualifier this weekend.
All right, now we're going to recap some news from MagicCon Barcelona, where we're finally back in the office after all of that Spanish travel we did. We besides having the Pro Tour, they also announced a lot of stuff that's going to be happening this year.
Yes, Wilds of Eldraine and Doctor Who. Listen to this week's episode of Good Luck High Five, because there is no way we could cover all of that in 10 minutes,
We
even by
absolutely
itself.
could not. It looks very cool.
It looks very cool. We'll say all about how cool we think it looks on this week's episode.
And in case you didn't catch the Pro Tour, everybody, congratulations to Jake Beardsley. Took the whole thing down. It was his very first Pro Tour he ever played. It was his birthday weekend. He beat Christian Calcano in an absolutely wild finals. You've got to check out Game 4. It's one of the best games of Magic we've ever seen.
Next up, there's a BNR announcement today. Preordain is unbanned in Modern. It was originally banned due to its use in Splinter Twin, but now that they're happier with how interactive Modern is becoming, they feel safe adding it back in. They're hoping to boost Is It Murktide specifically, and also just want to breed creativity generally.
They're also keeping their eyes on cards from Lord of the Rings, like the One Ring, for example. They say it costs 4, so they're not super worried about it, but don't worry. They say, hey, we've got it on our radar, everybody, to think about for the future. An update now on what's banned in Legacy, or should I say unbanned. This is an unbanning today, not a banning. Mind's Desire, unbanned in Legacy.
Wow, 2 decades, 20 years have passed since this was banned. They're now unbanning, quote, in the interest of making sure that combo players also get the same level of new content and strength that other archetypes gain through our tentpole offerings. Yes, combo, yes.
A lot of people are very excited about this Mind's Desire unban, I should add. Now, in news about the One Ring, everybody, turns out the buyer was Post Malone.
No one is surprised.
No, nobody's surprised.
But as many people have said, it's really cool that it's going to someone who actually loves Magic and is super excited about owning this collectible piece instead of a hedge fund sitting on it for money.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a video of Posty getting the card. It looks very happy. It's really cute.
Yeah.
He bought it for the cool price of $2 million. That's a deal.
Wow.
What a steal.
Wow. Next up, there's a new Secret Lair Commander deck going on sale this Thursday called Angels. They're just like us, but cooler and with wings.
Are they just like us, though? You know what I mean?
There's 5 cards with new art from Scott M. Fisher. There's Bruna and Gisela, and of course their melded backside Brizella.
Cool.
Archangel of Thune, Court of Grace, and Commander's Plate, plus Angel and Spirit tokens. And this is super cool. There's the first ever paper printing of Arden Angel, which was a Sega Dreamcast exclusive card. They had to modify the text slightly so that it's able to be played in paper, but this is like the first ever paper printing of this card that's existed.
So this is going on sale August 10th, only available while supplies last for $150. All right, everybody, that's all of the magical news we have for you this week. For a deeper dive on all of it, please check out our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five, wherever you get your podcasts, and support that show, this show, and everything that we make over at patreon.com/GLHFmagic.